Happy, Friday when you hear this. I hope you're all doing well. I am currently staring at, as Dear Diary calls it, my bag of disappointment. Um, I had ordered this nest. A little nest for myself to sit in when I do meditations, because I was finding that I was getting a really sore back when I was doing 5 days straight of forecasts for people. And I was finding when I laid down, it was uncomfortable. So I was thinking of some fun things for me, and what a great idea to get this really cool, like large bean bag for myself to kind of lay in and be cozy. And so I ordered it. This nest my nemesis. So first of all, and then the cover. It was not all of the filling. That was my poor like looking into what this was. It was just simply the beanbag cover. Then I was like, okay, great. I need to get back home. I have to do more research. I did, to fill a nest that was the size that I ordered. It has taken a lot. I ended up getting like our old quilts. I was trying to just shove whatever I could to make this large nest actually work. And so I ended up needing to wait for 2 more bags of foam to arrive. And I kind of had given up, but I did not. I can be quite determined. And I was like, no, this is going to be the place. This is going to be the little nest. It's going to work. And so finally, these 2 more bags of foam arrived in the bag of disappointment, as Stephanie's called it. So I was so excited. And they arrived Saturday night, my entertaining Saturday night. I go, oh, good, these large bags of foam arrived. And so I go to fill them into this large bag. It's so big, and I'm maneuvering this myself. Now, when we say, and I say this to clients all the time, that whisper in your voice that says, this is not a wise idea. Perhaps wait until somebody else is around to support you in this endeavor. And yet you don't listen to that whisper in your voice, and you continue to move forward. How often do we do that? Well, I did. I continued to move forward, and I could see what was going to happen, obviously, before it happened, because that's what we do, right? All of us. And I saw all the foam floating everywhere. And it's now Christmas in my room. Like there is snow everywhere. Snow now for months. Like the bag of disappointment is just now me and the bag of disappointment. Like, oh my gosh, how did we just do this? I'm just laughing. Like, you can't even get frustrated. I made this decision. I did this. It is what it is. But my day has now been trying to use my shop vac to vacuum up the foam and then see if there is a way to salvage and put it back in to this large container of a beanbag. And that is what I've been doing all day long. And this is my view, which you can't see, but that is what I'm looking at. So I'm going to share with you that perhaps if you ever want to get a beanbag nest, to consider maybe not getting it. So yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did. And this is my Friday happy chat, just little doses of what is going on for Cindy, and that is what I'm doing. So I thought I would do the little idea of just, whatever you guys throw out there, I will talk about. I also there was a fun little thing going around on TikTok, and I, so I thought, oh yeah, I'll do that as well. Just where you, and actually I did it with Bliss Space as well today. So you just will randomly pick up the book that you are reading and read a sentence or two from it. And but the and that sentence can be profound in your life or mean something. That's what I had said to Bliss Space today, is just take a book, open it up to whatever page, and just read one sentence and have that mean something to you. But the TikTok version is to open a book and read one or two sentences, and that sentence is actually defining your love life. So we're just going to do that. I have a book here. You're going to watch me if you're watching on YouTube, and I am without thought, without anything. We're just going to flip through, and this page, first sentence, she smiled. I'm not kidding you. She'd better get a home and get painting so we can sell more. I have 11 names on a waiting list for her to work. That's to define my love life right now. Shall we read it again? She smiled. I'm not kidding you. She'd better get home and get painting so we can sell more. I have 11 names on a waiting list for her to work. Yep. That's pretty much sums up my dating life right now. Not at all. Not at all. But anyway, that's a fun little thing you can do. Just, have fun with yourself, have fun, do things that are silly. We always are trying to look for serious things, but having little jokes here and there are really, really good. And I like those little banters for yourself. So if you're, trying to get some fun in there for yourself, do that. Yeah, there's like 11 on the waiting list for me always. Actually, that's quite funny. And so what we are going to discuss today, I will pull from the list. I have absolutely no idea. So a few of you are playing this game with me, and I will now look at the list, and I will see what we have in store. Okay. So all I'm doing is just, I'm taking the list of when people have put things on, and I just take one off. Sorry for the quiet. Share a story about cheese. Okay. Share a story about cheese. Yeah, well, we can talk about cheese all day long. I mean, cheese, how do I share a story about cheese? What comes to mind? There's so many stories about cheese. Like how, I'm trying to think of a good story about cheese. like, did I ever go somewhere and eat great cheese? Did somebody ever do something about cheese? There's, I need a minute. This is so interesting. I always put cheese on my vision board. Like there's something about that where I always, if I'm going to do a vision board, I always either write the word cheese, or I will, I'll draw either myself eating cheese, or there's a cheese platter, or there's something about cheese. Like I cannot imagine my life without cheese. And a few years ago, I had had a cheese fondue. I love cheese fondue. Like how could we live our life without cheese fondue? I mean, oh my goodness. And so I had drawn cheese fondue on, or I'd cut out some picture of a random cheese fondue on my vision board, and don't even know why. And it was a couple having a cheese fondue. And then I was dating somebody at the time, and I remember he had traveled back because he lived in in France, and he traveled back home and had brought back all of this amazing cheese, and he'd said, "Oh, I saw it on your vision board," and brought back this amazing cheese for me to have. And I remember I made fondue on a Friday night with some friends. He actually wasn't even there. I made it for them. And it was the first time I really remember thinking, well, one, I think I ate that entire fondue on my own. I don't even know if my girlfriends ate all of it. Like, I was just digging into that fondue. It was so delicious. But I remember thinking, wow, I put that on without much thought, and it arrived so quickly. And how beautiful that moment was. Like, it didn't have to really mean much more than that. It was just something I'd put out there. The intention was there. It arrived. It was amazing. And then let it be. And how that can happen so quickly for us. Sometimes we put so much pressure on these things to be much greater, or much bigger, or last much longer. And it was just this lovely, lovely moment. And I just, I really loved that. So that's a story about cheese that I'd kind of forgotten about. So that's a great little story for you all to have. I've been thinking so much in the last month, and actually really reading a lot about manifesting and what that really means, what it means to me, how I have to get out of the way of myself, how often I am in the way of myself and life, and the reasons why I do that, and how when I'm not in the way, so many things arrive, and how beautiful it is. I am reading this fascinating book right now, the Surrender Experiment, and by the author of The Untethered Soul, Michael Singer. And at first I was a little uncomfortable with it, to be honest. And then as I've gotten into it much more, it is such an incredible read. And how, as I read it more and more, I see how we humans attach ourselves to the outcome. So I would highly recommend that to everyone or anyone. That's really it for my my Friday happy chat. Definitely think twice about a nest or what you are doing with your nest. But as Michael Singer would say, there is definitely a reason I needed this this for myself right now. And I'm looking at it again, and there's probably much more for me why this has all happened. So I should just allow it to be. Let it all be. And thank you for that little memory of that cheese story. Actually, I quite enjoy that too. And looking forward to a beautiful weekend ahead. And I am really hoping you're all enjoying your summers. Thank you.